And here is Fifi in the 1-star at Terra. I decided to put her in the 1-star just to back her back down the levels a little bit and get her confidence back up. And she's been actually feeling really good and moving better. I feel like I finally got her body under control, kind of in management, and she's really starting to move nice and up and out. So going down the center line now for this test, I could do posting or rising versus sitting. I chose to do sitting as it's good practice because in the 2-star test you have to do sitting the whole time. And for her, it's always been a little hard to sit the trot, but this is feeling much more comfortable. She's feeling really nice and steady in the contact. And then we cross the diagonal here for our lengthened trot. And I really like how nice and focused. She's feeling very relaxed. And then into our leg heel, which was very good. I was really quite pleased with how she's feeling. And a really smooth transition into the canter. And the canter is by far her best gait. And it's just been a matter of developing her trot work, which I feel like it's really starting to come along. And I'm finally being able to feel like I'm able to ride her in the dressage tests, and she's staying nice and relaxed. So again, our 10-meter circle. And sometimes it can be difficult to remember all of these tests because between I had Fifi in the 1-star, B in the 2-star, Kaz in the 4-star, and I also had Sharpie in the prelim. So they're all completely different tests that can be kind of similar. So sometimes it can be hard to focus there. Into the halt, kind of wasn't the best in the beginning, but I pushed her up into it and we fixed it. And then she does as well have a really nice walk. And she's always really willing to be nice and relaxed in the walk. You know, you can see the flags flapping in the back. They were also running cross country at the same time. So, we could hear that over the announcement, which does create an amount of energy as well. But I was very proud of her for kind of staying in focus. So the first part was a free walk, and now the second half is a medium walk. So you want to change the frame. And then we pick up our trot at K. And then leg yield to the right. And she's very nice and supple, can really go sideways, crossing over. Which again, just getting her confident in her body, building her up and making sure she's strong. And she puts in a very nice 15-meter circle. And then again, we have a lengthening down the long side. Not a smidge of resistance, but I think I was able to cover it up to where the judges didn't see it too much. Into our trot transition, and then into a stretchy trot. I could have probably gotten a little bit more of a stretch out of her with the nose down and out. She kind of dropped the shoulder a smidge, but it was okay. You can see it was a pretty windy day. And now going into our center line. and into our final halt. She stepped a little right, a little wide, but I was really pleased with the test, and we ended up scoring a 28.6, and I was tied for third out of a really big division as well. And so then going into show jump. Show jump tends to be a strong phase for her. So I think some of the things we've had to work on have been dressage and cross country, but she's always good at the show jumping part. And part of it is you have to kind of let Fifi be a little bit. She always is a bit forward. Jumps the first jump really nicely. And she does a really nice bending line. And again, I'm making sure I can kind of keep the bend through the corner. And she's such a talented, athletic little mare. And then I prepare for this line, which worked in the 5, and then we had another bending 5 to a Liverpool. And again, she's feeling really great. And then coming to the last line, which was an in and out, jumps that really nicely, and then steady. Super clean round. I was really pleased with her. And of course, she's always like one of the quickest in there, but really good girl, which helped us move up. From third, we were in second, then moving on to cross country. Sadly, actually one of my friends and fellow competitor who was also on the developing list, Elisa Phillips, had a pop off of one of her horses earlier on in the day and broke her ankle, so she had to withdraw. So that means that we were in first place going on to cross country. And Fifi is feeling very confident. And I've had to play around with some things with her on cross country. I found out that she tends to like she likes to have a different saddle for show jump than she likes to have for cross country. And you can see this all from a different angle here. And I've also just have her in the rubber snaffle for, I've tried a couple of different things because she can get pretty strong, but I found if I have something that's just a little bit too much where I feel like I have a nice communication with her, she doesn't like it. So she likes to feel like she can kind of take me to the fences, and sometimes it just can feel a little chaotic, but she's actually settling down. And what I really liked about this cross country round is her ears started to settle and focus forward instead of always being so worried about me. Another thing that I also think my theory is that the breastplate that I had on her would like jingle, and I took anything off that could make noise because she's very sensitive to sound. But she does a good job of doing those combinations and to the corners. So I was very pleased with that. So yeah, it was an interesting thing just to take anything off that jingles. And she was much happier. So ears are pricked forward. And she does kind of have she likes to go higher in her neck when she gallops. But again, just working a little bit on the balance there. She does really, really great through that. And you can see she's listening. I'm talking to her. And I saw a steady to this one, but she saw a different distance. So on the helmet cam, you'll hear me kind of do but what I love about her with ditches and she's very, very brave when it comes to that. Again, she can be a little tricky because it's just about getting her to know that she has all the ability, and just getting her confident in herself and trusting me. But she settles up really nicely here for this bank combination. And I like how she's just focusing with her ears. It's a much better improvement from our past runs. And she has an amazing gallop. But we managed to put in a really good class cross-country round. She felt super confident. So I was feeling pretty happy with her. And kind of the things we've been working on. And we finished up right under time to end up winning the division. So I was really, really pleased with Fifi.